What's up, YouTube? Prodigy checking in. Just wanted to give you guys another Dragon deck update. I did make some minor changes since last week when I made my video. Um, However, they make a big difference as far as the deck is concerned and how it's played in this format. So I definitely wanted to kind of show you guys, uh, what I got here. And as always, feel free to give tips or comment as necessary. So let's go ahead and get started. We've got pretty standard 3 Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragons. Basically, this card is what's going to get you all your summons and kind of keep the deck moving. You can remove any dragon type from the field, and you can special summon this card from your hand. And then once it's on the field, you can special summon with no cost any dragon type from your hand or graveyard. So really powerful card, very necessary for most dragon decks. Then we've got our main theme here, the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Classic card, the strongest normal monster in the game. Um, no effects, just straight power. In all honesty, like Blue Eyes is one of those cards where um, it's nice to have, when your opponent is kind of low on life points, you want to just go ahead and finish out the game. Honestly, the main reason why I have Blue Eyes in my deck, especially at 3 in this format, is for Koa'ki Meriu's effect, as well as I contingency plan for those last few attack points. Let's see. We've got Prime Material Dragon here. Stops all monster destruction just by discarding, and inverts life point burn. So for any of those like burn effects, those burn decks, this stops it. And Crown Jewel right now, Koa'ki Meriu Drago. This card's amazing right now. It stops the special summon of all light and dark monsters. It requires no tribute. It is a 1900 beat stick. You just have to reveal a dragon during your end phase, which in this deck is not a problem. Then we've got 2 Wyvern, just basically removal material for Red Eyes Darkest Metal from grave. Nice beat stick, not light or dark, so you don't have to worry about Koa'ki Meriu Drago's effect. Synchro fodder, just a pretty nice card. And you can remove, if you have this and another Red Eyes monster, i.e. Red Eyes Darkest Metal, you can remove this card from play to special summon the Red Eyes monster from your graveyard during your end phase. Then we've got 2 Delta Flyer. Once per turn, you can bump up the level of another monster on the field by 1. Very nice for synchroing. And exceeding too, exceed summoning. We've got 3 Mass Dragons. These are your searchers. When it's destroyed by battle and sent to the grave, you can special summon a dragon monster with 1500 or less attack from your graveyard. I'm sorry, from your deck. Then we've got Exploder Dragon. Very nice card. If it's attacked or if it would be destroyed, it also destroys the other monster that's attacking it. Very cool effect, especially for those big beaters, or something really irritating that typically would be tougher to run over. Exploder Dragon takes care of the job. No battle damage. Very nice card. Then we've got our 2 Totem Dragons. This effect's kind of complicated. I kind of give you a brief synopsis here. It counts as 2 tributes for a dragon type. If you have nothing but dragons in your graveyard during your standby phase and you control no monsters, you can special summon it from your graveyard. Now, if you special summon it using its effect, when it leaves the field, then it gets removed from play. So, and check out my video about Leviathan Dragon, the little trick using its Exceed summon and its detaching effect on Totem Dragon. Very useful, especially for recycling those Totem Dragons. 2 White Stone of Legends, your level 1 tuner. when it goes to the graveyard by any means, you get to put a Blue Eyes in your hand. So very nice, and it's nice for synchro summoning things like Trishula that generally would be pretty tough to synchro in this deck. It always is good to have a level 1 tuner. Alright, so now we'll go into the spells. Future Fusion. This is going to be your how you're going to get your deck control really moving along here. Basically, you play this card. You target 5-headed dragon or 5-god dragon, whatever you prefer. You get to dump 5 dragons in your graveyard from your deck, which is amazing in this with this type of a deck, because you play a lot from your graveyard. So being able to pick exactly what you're putting in your graveyard is huge. So you know, this can get MST'd, but that's why you typically want to go ahead and make sure you don't mistime this, because in this format, destroying back rows is easy. You know, MST's at 3 and heavy storms back, so be careful. We've got Reborn, staple. This is the first edition Legend of Blue Eyes. See if you guys can see it. Monster Reborn. I love this card. So I figured it's appropriate in my Blue Eyes deck. But anyway, very nice staple. Dark Hole, staple. Heavy Storm, staple. Book of Moon. I replaced Mirror Force with this. Mirror Force is good, but in all honesty, the fact that this flips things face down and it's a quick play is amazing in a lot of ways. So I figured this was probably going to be the better way to go. I'll keep trying it. It hasn't led me wrong yet, so I mean we'll definitely see. But it's very good in this deck. So we're going to see how it works out. Then we've got 2 MSTs, 3 pot of dualities. Since this didn't get hit, which doesn't surprise me by the ban list, I'm going to keep it at 3. And I like this over Gold Sark because it gives you the instant access, as opposed to Gold Sark, you know, you having to wait 2 standby phases. But the fact that you can't special summon means that you can misplay this card in this deck especially, so definitely be careful. Alright, we got traps. 7 tools. Nice little tech. 2 D prisons. Pretty standard in this type of build. Got 2 bottomless. Again, very, very standard traps here. I like the trap spell lineup in this build because each spell and trap is self-reliant, meaning it doesn't have like a dependent effect. Like you can only do this if this. I mean, of course, this has the 1500 attack and things like that, but I mean, it's not like it requires another card in my deck to function. So anytime you're setting in this deck in the back row, it's potentially dangerous for your opponent. And I think that most disaster builds are like that. So, and then we've got our 2 Solemn Warnings, finally. This card's amazing. If I could run 3, I definitely would. You just have to pay 2,000 life points and you negate any summon at all from your opponent's side of the field. And you destroy that card. So, it's awesome. And then finally, Judgment, staple. Alright, we'll go through the extra deck pretty quickly here. We've got our Leviathan Dragon. I've made a video about this card's effect. It's awesome, especially when you're recycling your Totem Dragons. Just be careful when you're summoning this because it has to be summoned with a purpose. And generally that purpose is not to attack. Just throwing it out there. We've got Leviar The Sea Dragon. Very good card. You get to recycle your Totem Dragons just like Leviathan Dragon, and you can return cards that were banished back to your graveyard. So, actually, to your side of the field. So, your Wyverns, your Delta Flyers, annoying things that your opponent may have removed from play or that you may have removed from play. Main target's going to be Wyvern though for this. We've got Brionac, standard. Orient Dragon. This is an awesome card. When it's synchro summoned, you can banish one of your opponent's synchro monsters. And it's level 6. It's really easy to synchro in this deck. Exploder Dragonwing. Awesome card. Gets rid of Spirit Reapers. There's some other cards that can't be destroyed by battle. I can't think right now. But basically, it destroys the card immediately, and they lose that from their life points. Awesome card. Ancient Fairy. I always like to have this for defense and for anybody that still runs field spells. So your Dragoonides, your Gravekeepers, Psychics, what have you. Very good card. Black Rose for nuking. This can be a beater too, especially after you've nuked the field and you have red eyes. You want to special summon this to do some extra, damage. That's cool. Then we've got our 3 Stardust Dragons. I love this card. It's awesome, especially in this build because it's so heavy on destruction. It negates pretty much all destruction just by attributing itself and coming back during the end phase. We've got Archfiend. Awesome card. Destroys all defense position monsters. Scrap Dragon. Awesome. You target a card on the field, target one of your opponent's cards, and pop both of them. It's really good. Trishula. When it's synchro summoned, you remove a card from the field, hand, and grave. Trident Dragon. When it's synchro summoned, you can destroy 2 cards and get 2 extra attacks. With it being at 3,000, that means you would get a total of a possible 9,000 attack potential here. So, really good potential OTK. And 5-headed. So that's the deck. Please let me know what you guys think. I appreciate all the comments and tips thus far. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. And I appreciate you guys watching. You guys have been awesome. And let me know if you have any questions. Prodigy out. Peace.